breaks down to 85K just like predicted. Now, is there going to be more downside or can we get a rally up? Let's find out. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 5:45 p.m. Eastern time and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 86,045. Now, before we do the top-down analysis, I just want to go over this winning trade on the 4-hour chart. I was calling a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, with the measure move taking us basically to about 85,500. And as you guys can see, we hit the exact measure move. We actually went a little lower. We went as low as 85,146. So congratulations whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the FlexCandle community. Now let's start off here with the weekly chart. And yesterday we closed another red candle. This right here is not looking good. We're starting to make some type of a bear flag. We got rejected off the 80 moving average. You see these 3 wicks here. We were never able to get above 94K. We had a lot of resistance there. Now this new candle is testing the 100 moving average at 85,086. If we lose this 100 moving average with closing candles, we're going to start making our way towards this 200 moving average at 56,532. The stochastics were looking good before, but as you can see here, they kind of look like they want to roll over again. I'm showing you guys this over here as an example, as we were dragging here for a long time before we were able to make it back up. This pretty much took us all the way from May 6 all the way to September before we were able to make it up. So something similar like this could happen. I've been telling you guys, I don't expect us to get to this 50 moving average and test it until we get below 100K. Right now that's currently at 101,934. So we might still be here a couple more weeks before we go up and test that 50 moving average, and then from there I do think we get rejected again. We head over to the other time frames. We take a look at the 6-day chart. We see that the 6-day chart also wants to roll over. We lost 100 moving average. Next line of defense is the 200 moving average. That's at 61K. 5-day chart, you can easily see a bear flag here. We already lost 100 moving average. This could also roll over to the 200 moving average. That's at 68,916. If we take a look at the 3-day chart, we definitely lost a 200 moving average here. So we also closed a 3-day candle here with this red engulfing candle below the 200 moving average. So I think that this stochastics RSI is going to roll over, and the next line of defense now is going to be this 4-day chart, and it looks like we are headed definitely to this 200 moving average. That's at 79,210. The 2-day chart, as you can see, is already rolling over, so that makes the case that we're probably going to go lower before this 21 moving average. If you guys remember, I was telling you it was too far away from the price range and we were either going to go sideways or go up to meet the 21 moving average. We did a little bit of both. We went a little bit up, but look, we did a rounded top here. The 21 moving average caught up to price, and now we're rolling over exactly as predicted here. With this stochastics being so high and we're rolling over, it definitely looks like we have more downside. On the daily chart, this is where I have the bear flag, and I was hoping we were going to go and at least try to touch this 50 moving average. Is currently at 95,966, and we're already starting to break down. The measured move to this bear flag takes us all the way down to about 70K, $70,334. Now the stochastics are on the way down, so I do expect us to continue going down. That doesn't mean we can't go back up, maybe test the 21 moving average and then from there break down. Something else that I'm not liking is if I take off the patterns, you could clearly see that this is also a head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. As you can see, the measure move to this head and shoulder pattern would take us now to about 77,773. So I can see that playing out. Maybe we cool off here for a little bit, we make it back up to the 21 moving average, then we get rejected, and then we finish off that bear flag. Something like that could definitely happen. So now there's another head and shoulder pattern here looming. If we take a look at the other time frames, the 22-hour time frame, we're below the dotted line, so we could reset here any moment, but this could also continue to drag, kind of similar like how it did here. We did lose a 21 moving average, so that's not good. If we take a look at the 10-hour chart, this also looks like it wants to roll over. It looks like we have more downside to come as well. Now this new candle closes in about an hour and 6 minutes. If this could close green, maybe we have tweezer bottoms, and maybe we could go back and test this 21 moving average at 90,516. I still think we get rejected from there, but at least we get some momentum to the upside for the time being. On the 8-hour chart, stochastics are reset here. Maybe we can make it back up, or again, like I said, we could roll over. 4-hour chart, this is where we had that beautiful head and shoulder pattern that played out exactly to the measured move, and the stochastics are still on the way down. So unless we could close a green candle here in the next hour and 5 minutes and do tweezer bottom, same thing as the 10-hour chart, I do expect possibly more downside. And the 1-hour chart, stochastics are low, but it looks like we want to roll over. You can see here that the RSI wants to roll over. We are a little bit far away from the 21 moving average. That's currently at 88,257. So once again, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we just go sideways here and wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price, or even if we make it up to this 21 moving average. Something that could take us out could be inverted head and shoulder, left shoulder. We would have to make it all the way back up to about 90K for that. Then we make a right shoulder and then we could blast up from there. But it's very early to tell. That's just a little bit of hopium there. Now, the 15-minute chart, we could see that we're toppy here. We got above the 21 moving average. Since we're toppy, maybe this could be an inverted head and shoulder. Left shoulder, this is the head, and maybe we could make the right shoulder if we roll over here a little bit. Maybe that could take us possibly to the 50 moving average. But again, if upside, I see us getting close to 90K. We would have to really break 90K with strength in order to keep on going up. But right now that we broke 90K and we're below, I really feel like we're probably going to start targeting 80K again. We're probably going to see if we could hold 85K, but if we lose 85K, the next target is probably going to be 80K. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.